Hi guys! So I wanted to come on today and let you know how I was feeling, and I am feeling great. I started feeling better on Friday, and if you guys didn't see my video on Thursday, I was letting you guys know I had the stomach flu, or I was calling it the stomach bug. I don't know, I just call it that. But I asked for your prayers, and God listened, as He always does. He's always listening, and I believe in the power of prayer, and I just wanted to let you guys know, thank you for your prayers, thank you for your well wishes. It really means a lot to both Jerett and I feel wonderful. I started feeling better Friday, I would say mid-morning, and I slept all through the night on Thursday night, which was fantastic because I haven't been sleeping through the night all last week because of being sick and being on my cycle at the same time. It was horrible, horrible. If you've ever had the stomach flu, you know how that feels. But then add your cycle on top of that, and it kicks it 10 times. It kicks it into high gear, and it makes it even worse. And I couldn't take any Aleve or any Motrin, ibuprofen, because it thins your blood. And I'm having surgery this coming Tuesday, so the doctor told me, no, sorry, all you can take is Tylenol. And I did take Tylenol, I think once or twice, but it doesn't help with lower back or cramps or bloating. Yeah, that doesn't help. So what did help, I had really bad swelling and bloating this month, which I usually don't. I do have some swelling sometimes in my hands and my feet when I am on my cycle, but it's really not that bad. But this time it was really bad, and I actually called the doctor and I asked, can I please have a Midol? And they said, no, honey, you can't. And so I went online and started looking at things and how to relieve that symptom naturally. And they said walking is a huge pain reliever when you have swelling or when you're retaining a lot of water. Even though that's the last thing you want to do, it actually helps. And so that's what I did. Me and my husband went walking around the neighborhood for about 15-20 minutes, and by the time I got home, I felt a lot better, and a lot of pressure was relieved from having all the water retention, and so that worked. It wasn't a wives' tale. It did work. So I'm just very grateful that I feel so much better and that stomach flu is gone. And all day yesterday, I've been just drinking lots of water. Again, this morning, drinking lots of water. My appetite really hasn't come back to normal, which is expected. I've been eating very light. Trying to eat 3 times a day, but they're very small portions. Crackers, maybe a little applesauce. I think I had rice. I had rice and veggies last night. Just trying to keep it small and light, not trying to eat too many things that are heavy because my stomach is just trying to get back to eating normal again. So I'm kind of taking it slow through the gates. And like I said, I'm just thrilled that I'm feeling better. So thank you to all of you that kept me in your prayers. I greatly appreciate it. And so now I can move forward and go through Monday having my HSG test done. That'll be done at my fertility specialist, her office. And then on Tuesday, I will have my polyp surgery done. And my polyps are located in my cervix, if I didn't explain before. And it looks like there's about 3 of them there. So those are going to be removed. And my doctor, who is my fertility specialist, she is going to be performing the surgery. So that makes me feel even more comfortable that she is performing both procedures. And I'm also very excited that they're kind of going back to back. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm very much, if you're going to rip the Band-Aid off, just rip it off, don't go slow. I'm much of a person that just goes, just rip it off. Let's just get this done. Let's just move forward. And that's the way I like it, because I think if they would have spaced my surgery out, maybe even a couple of days or a week out, I probably would have been dwelling about it and just getting even more nervous and anxious. So I'm glad that they're just back to back and we can get them done and be on our way. So I did want to update you about my blood panel. I did go back the next day and I got the rest of the blood tests done. I went to a different facility. I didn't go to the same one that I went to where I was having the issues with the lady. I went to another one. And when I walked up to the counter, the girl, I told her my situation and what happened at the other facility, and she was like, "Are you kidding me?" She goes, "That girl didn't want to perform all those blood tests on you that day. You went towards the end of the day, and she just was telling you that because she didn't want to do it." She goes, "I know who you're talking about, and these tests are tests that we do here all the time, and there's no reason why she wasn't able to do them." And I told her, I said, "Well, how many vials of blood is it that I'm going to have drawn today?" And she said 14. And I was like, whoa, 14? I've never had that much blood taken at once. When I was going to my OBGYN, I would say the most I ever had taken was probably 3 vials or 3 little tubes. And, that was kind of the norm for me. But 14 all in one shot I was quite taken back. So, yeah. So then, the girl was very nice and got me out of there, I would say in about a half an hour after they typed everything up. I went in the back and a young man started pulling all the different tubes off the shelves, and he just kept pulling them, and I was like, oh my gosh, they were not kidding. And so, of course, they had to use the same arm, but a different vein. But this time when they stuck my arm, this one hurt more. I don't know if they used a bigger gauge, which they probably did, but it was very uncomfortable. And so I was just looking the other way, and I was just like, oh gosh, hurry. And it seemed like a lifetime. He kept grabbing vial after vial, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like, when's it going to end? And then finally he was finished, and he's like, how are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing okay. And so my husband didn't go back with me on that one because he gets a little pale when he's around needles, and I think he would have been okay with 1 vial, but not 14. So he stayed in the waiting room. But he's such a rock for me, you guys. He has taken such good care of me, not just this week, but throughout our whole time of being married and dating. He's always been there for me, and I am there for him. And let's just say it's been hell week for him. I mean, he's had to go to the store 2 times in the middle of the night because I needed things for my stomach, and like crackers, or Pepto-Bismol that I thought we had and we didn't have. And, he's just been nothing but such a huge support for me, and I couldn't have done it without him. And he is there with me every time I have to get my blood drawn, and just a huge support. I couldn't do it without him. I really could not. And I love him so much, and I tell him every single day, and he tells me, and I just am excited. I'm just so excited for this upcoming things that are going to be happening here. And I know that our test results are going to be okay. I just know they will. And I'm going to continue to pray and leaving it in God's hands. And I just know everything will be all right. And hopefully in June we can start the baby making process and start the IUI treatment, or see, what the game plan is. I know she said that she didn't want us to do the IUI, so I hope we are going to keep with that game plan. And I am just really excited. I'm just so excited. And I could tell you that I know Mother's Day is this Sunday, and usually Mother's Day is a very hard time for a lot of us who don't have children or trying to conceive. It is a day that is filled with mixed emotions. I have a mother, and I have a mother-in-law, and I have a sister, and I have sister-in-laws, and they all have children. And so it's kind of like you have to put on this happy face and celebrate them, but also you have to celebrate yourself, because even though we don't have children, we are still mothers in some way. I know that I have helped raise my sister's children. I have helped babysit lots of children and have taken care of children in my life. And it takes a village to raise a child. And I know that I am equally a mother as much as they are. Even though that I didn't have a child physically, I think of my nieces and nephews as my kids. I would do anything for them. I would give my life for them. So to me, I am equally a mother as they are. And my husband celebrates me on Mother's Day. He always buys me a card. And 6 years ago, my husband bought me a beautiful plant. And it was about, I want to say about 4 feet tall. And it was a potato bush. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. It has purple blossoms on there. And I have always taken such good care of that tree, and we water it and we put it in the shade when it gets really hot. And about a month ago, my 2 dogs decided to attack my poor tree and tore it to shreds on all its little limbs. And I went outside and I literally had a meltdown because, this tree was like a symbol of hoping to be a mother one day. And if this tree could keep blooming its blossoms every year, then we could keep on trying. And then when I came out and seen that beautiful plant just torn to shreds, I was in tears. So my husband took it to a nursery, and they said not to worry, it'll come back. It's gone through hell. Your dogs destroyed it, but with a little love and a little bit of this vitamin stuff and lots of water, it'll come back. It's a strong plant. It'll come back. And I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna lose it. And so we brought it back home and we took care of it. And I want to let you know that that plant is blooming beautiful purple blossoms again. All of its little stems are growing back. And I looked at it the other day and I thought, wow, you're one strong plant. And I'm strong. And it was kind of like I was relating to the plant, like, wow, you've been through hell. And I've been through hell, but here we are, and we're both blooming, and we're going to make it, and we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep pushing on, and we'll get through this. And so this Mother's Day, I have that plant still, and I just look at it, and I know that one day I'm going to have this baby and I'm going to share all these little stories with him or her and show them these videos. And I'm so proud of that. I'm proud of making these videos. I'm proud of sharing these stories with you guys and having you on this journey with me and supporting me. And it's just a great way of documenting this important time in our lives. I am just very overwhelmed and happy about this whole process. And for the first time on this Mother's Day coming up, I'm okay. I'm all right. You know, I'm hopeful and I'm happy about this new adventure, and I know that it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. No matter what we have to go through, it's going to be worth it in the end. So, to all of you who are going to be going through Mother's Day, just know that you're not by yourself. You're not alone. All of us here who are trying to conceive are all in this boat with you. And just know that I will keep you all in my prayers. For all of you who are trying to have a baby, who are waiting for that pregnancy positive, know that I'm keeping my fingers crossed and praying for you that you get that beautiful positive sign, and that we're all here. We're all here for each other. And so I love all of you guys, and thank you for just being subscribed to our channel and watching, and for your beautiful comments. And have a wonderful Mother's Day. Go out and celebrate yourself, your mother, your grandmother, your sister-in-law, whoever who is special in your life. Just celebrate them and love them and tell them how much you enjoy having them in your lives and how much you appreciate them. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, bye guys.